Hello there, Wipper here, and once again, welcome back to another GTA 5 mod showcase. And today guys, I'm going to be showing you 3 awesome customizable hypercar mods. And you can see them down there. We have the McLaren P1, the Porsche 918 Spyder, and the Ferrari LaFerrari at the end there. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for this video, so let me know in the comments if you like what I've done. But yeah, I'm going to show you some of the customization options for each of the cars, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video. So on to the first car. We're going to start with the Porsche 918 Spyder down there. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that short little cinematic of different angles of this car. It's a beautiful looking car and probably my favourite of the 3 I'm going to be showing you in this video today. But now let's move on to the customization options that come along with this car, because there are a few, quite a lot actually. But there is one thing I forgot to show you in that short little cinematic, and that is, you see these 2 little like caps on either side of the head buttresses, or whatever you'd call them, I'm not sure. You can actually open these. So if you go to door control and open the rear left and rear right doors, it's actually these little caps here. So on the left side, that's where you'd put in your fuel, and on the right side, let me just hop out so I can show you in more detail here. Go into first person, it's probably better. So you can see there, fuel filler cap, and on the other side, this is where you'd plug it in to charge the electric motors. And look at the detail on that. You can even see like the little warning icons on the underside of the cap there. That's just so cool. So much detail has been put into this model and it just looks amazing. But let's just go back inside and I'll show you the things I was originally going to show you, which are the modifications. So the first thing we've got is this RSR race wing. And sadly it removes this automatic spoiler that comes by default with the car. So if I apply this, yeah, you can see we've just got this rather ugly, I'm not really a fan of this, massive carbon fibre rear wing, which is clearly sponsored by Adidas. And I'm not really a fan of that, but we're going to keep it equipped just for the interests of this body kit that comes with this car mod. Front bumper, we've also got the RSR front splitter, and as you can see it comes with the towing hook, which is very useful with racing cars, and some extra little carbon fibre aerodynamic pieces on either side. Again, I'm not really I think this one's better looking than the spoiler, but I'm not really a huge fan of it. I think the stock car looks perfectly fine, and I've just noticed from the front this car looks kind of like a frog. I mean, you got the eyes and the tongue, and it's green. Yeah, that's actually pretty cute. I mean, look at that thing. So cute. And now I'm thinking a car's cute. But anyway, on to the next thing. So we've got the rear bumper here. I'm presuming this just goes with the RSR race body kit. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It's just a bumper kit. Let's see what we've got here. It just adds some little carbon fibre fins on the side. Really ugly, I may add. I'm presuming it has some aerodynamic merit to it, but that looks really bad. Maybe it's useful for a race car, but yeah, not a fan of those. What have we got next though? We've got some side skirts. Apparently not, actually. We've got a Formula Racing safety belt. Let's just swap into first person mode and have a closer look and see what it does. So let's apply that. Did it just take away the belt? Okay, so apparently a safer belt is no belt at all. That's just brilliant. It just removed the belt. So I can add it back and take it away. That is not what I was expecting, but we'll deal with it. Let me just go and see if I'm missing anything. So let me just apply it again. Oh, I see what it's doing now. Let's just hop out and have a look. Oh, you can see we've got the 3-point race harness. Is there a 4-point race harness? Yeah, it's a 4-point race harness. And, of course, it's not actually going to fit around Michael. Because, yeah, GTA 5 isn't that advanced. But it is there, and it looks pretty cool. But next up, we've got the exhaust. So we've got a bonnet and exhaust kit. I'm presuming by bonnet it means the rear of the car, because that's where the engine is. Mid-engines, of course. Shall we go with the RSR kit, because that's what the rest of the car is. Oh, so there's two different kits here. We've got the, I'm not going to say that. We've got the first one, and then the RSR kit. So really, we shouldn't have the rear bumper equipped, because it's not actually intended for this car. So I may just remove that, because it's so damn ugly. Yeah, that's better. And what have we done? What is that? That is really ugly. Extremely ugly. Let's just hop out again and have a closer look at this. Is that like a turbine in the centre or a gigantic fan? I'm really not a fan of that. That looks awful. It looks terrible, in fact. I want to get rid of that. That's awful. Let's try the other one and see what that one looks like, because I can't keep that. It just looks terrible. And also, we've got the side exit exhausts, which are pretty cool, but I really don't like the top. So let's go back to the exhaust option. You see, that one's a lot better. We've just got some extra additional carbon fibre instead of the chrome. And that looks a lot nicer. I think I'm going to stick with that one. Not really a fan of the RSR kit. Roll cage, carbon fibre interior components. So shall we go into the interior and see what this does? Let's apply that. We've got a bit of carbon fibre showing up now. Everything pretty much has been turned into carbon fibre. You can see the centre console has been changed. Let me just check if there's any external changes. Okay, so we've got the supports around the windscreen have also been turned into carbon fibre. Just weight saving, I suppose. We've got some bonnet options here. Engine kit. I'm just going to open the front right door so we can have a closer look at this. But I think it's added something to the passenger side footwell. Let's have a closer look. What is that? It said it's like some kind of engine kit. I have no idea what that is, though. It looks like some kind of reactor. Surely it has a purpose, but I don't know what it is. I'm not that knowledgeable in such matters. I just have no idea what that is, but it's really damn ugly, so I'm probably going to remove it, but it's there if you want it. Next up, we've got the roof, because of course this is a convertible car. It does have a removable roof. It's not like automated, so it has to be like taken off manually, and I think you can store it in the front of the car, in the front compartment, which you saw earlier. So we've got this original roof, and also this carbon fibre roof. I think I'm a big fan of this original roof, and I think to make it match, we do need to go back and remove that earlier one. I want to at least make this look semi-decent, even though we do have that ridiculous spoiler on the back. I'm not really a big fan of exterior carbon fibre for like massive body panels. Not a huge fan of that. Roll cage? Yeah, it was roll cage, wasn't it? Yeah, let's remove that. That looks a lot better. So we've got a roof now. Could leave it convertible. We'll have the roof on. Probably helps with aerodynamics anyway. What else have we got though? So we've done the roof. I think that's pretty much all of the options now, isn't it? We could change the wheels, but I kind of like these wheels, even though they kind of look phallic. They really do. Look at that. Oh my god. You can't unsee that now, can you? But we've got extras. Don't know what these do. What about if I remove it? I can't see any visible changes. Oh, it's the front plate. Okay, so you can remove the front plate. That's pretty cool. If you don't want that, I'm going to do that, actually. I don't want that at all. And you can add all the normal options, but we're going to keep everything as is from here on out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the customization options. There are a few good ones, but that spoiler is just super ugly. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that spoiler. I can't keep that. That is just awful. So vehicles, modifications, and spoiler. Let's remove that thing. But yeah, guys, let's just go for a quick drive now with this thing. You can see the automatic spoiler there. It looks really cool, and we've got a brake light on it as well, which works as well. So let's get a side profile view of this. So as we go above 40 miles an hour, it comes up. Oh, that looks so cool. I love that. The details that come with this mod are just great. You can modify the car and everything on it works. I mean, the fact that the brake light even works on the spoiler, that is just so cool, even when it's up as well. I think I've made this car look worse though. I mean, from the front it doesn't look bad, but the roof, I think it's better with the roof off, and I did kind of like the chrome on the end. I've just ruined it. Okay, I've just ruined the car. But yeah, so let's just go for a drive. And I don't think this mod comes with a custom handling file, so I think it just inherits the metadata from another car in the game. I'm not sure what car it is. Probably one of the existing hypercars in the game. Not sure exactly which one. But yeah. But what I've done now is I've whacked up the engine power multiplier to about 75, so hopefully now the car's speed will be a bit more realistic. Maybe we'll have much faster 0 to 60 times, and we might be able to reach over 200 miles an hour. That's the intention anyway. So let's get going. Yeah, that was so much quicker. That was like 0 to 60 in about 2.5 seconds. That was great. And look at this, so much more speed through these corners now. This is great, and I've removed the traffic so we can get some nicer flow and rhythm between the turns. Oh, this is really cool. Much, much better. It's not really true to life performance. It's much faster than real life now. This acceleration is just ridiculous, but still. It's a lot better than it was when we were just going like 80 miles an hour, which is pretty pedestrian. I almost forgot to show you the interior of this car while I'm driving, because it does actually have a fully working tachometer. So, as you can see, works perfectly, and the speedometer on the left there works perfectly. It's showing my speed in kilometers an hour, I believe. So not miles an hour, kilometers an hour. And everything works. Well, apart from the fuel readouts, because of course there's no fuel system in GTA 5, and even the radio works. But yeah, so let's move on to the next car mod I'm going to be showing in this video, which is of course the Ferrari LaFerrari. So yeah, I hope you again enjoyed that lovely cinematic of different parts of the car, and just like the 918 Spyder, it has a really, really detailed interior and it looks amazing. And one special thing about this car is you can actually open the engine bay of the car, and it's got a really detailed engine model as well. Sadly, you can't actually access the engine of the 918, but you can on this one, and it looks really nice. But let's just hop inside, because I do need to show you the modification options with this car. But sadly, there aren't actually any modification options. You can only change the colour, and I'll quickly show you that now. So you go to the primary colour, you can change it how you'd normally change it. I do recommend going with the normal paint type and not the metallic, because if you change it to the metallic, you can see it changes the colour of the roof slightly, and it gives it like a tinge of the colour you've chosen for the car, and I'm not really a fan of that, so I stick with the normal paint. And of course, when you get a Ferrari, it has to be red. I mean, you can have a yellow Ferrari or a white Ferrari, but I think with a Ferrari LaFerrari, it should really be red. It just works so well with the car. But yeah, so let's just take this car for a quick drive and see what it's got. I don't believe it has the custom handling file, just like the 918, but it does have a lovely automatic spoiler that comes up, just like the 918. And let me just get a side view of this so I can show you. You can see it comes out the back, and then when I slow down, it retreats back into the rear of the car. And if I go above, let's say 40 miles an hour, it comes up again. And it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And when you brake, it changes positions and goes more vertical, like an air brake kind of functionality, which is pretty nice. It has all of those different functions. And it fully works in GTA 5. This mod's, again, really well done. One thing I haven't shown yet is the interior view of this thing. So, as you can see, nothing really... Let me just jump out the car and go back in again, because sometimes that fixes the display. But do we have any working like speedometer functions? No, we don't. That's a bit of a shame. So nothing there works. I was hoping like maybe you would at least get like a digital speed display. But sadly, not so much with this car. There's nothing there. It just tells us that we're in gear park. Which is not exactly what we're doing right now, considering we're driving. And do the mirrors work? Kind of. I mean, it's a bit distorted, but it does work. And it's a limited edition. I never noticed that before, but look at that. 1 of 499. But that's pretty much it for this car. And one car left in this video, which is the McLaren P1. So let's move on to that now, and hopefully you enjoy the cinematic for that one. So yeah, as you can see, like the rest of the cars in this video, it has a really nice, detailed model, and it just looks incredible from every single angle. Sadly, you can't open the engine bay, but that's the same with the car in real life. The back bit opens like this tiny bit, and you can just see the top of the engine, the very top. The rest of the engine is just hidden underneath, and even in real life, you can't see it. So let's move on to the modifications that you can apply to this car, and luckily this one does in fact have them. So let's just hop inside, and as you can see at the back there, we've got that lovely automatic spoiler, which you'll see in action a little bit later on in this video. But let's just go to the modifications menu now and see what we've got going on. So the spoiler options, we've got a roof scoop. Let's have a look what this is. It's definitely not a roof scoop, I can tell you that much. That is distinctly not a roof scoop. That is a GT spoiler coming out the back of the car there. And that actually looks pretty good. Let's just hop out and have a closer look at this. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's not like the 918 one, which looked terrible. This is actually pretty nice. I wonder if the automatic spoiler still comes up. I wonder if it collides with the underside of that spoiler. We'll have a look later. Let's just hop inside, and go on to some of the other customization options. I think I'm going to leave that spoiler on in this case. Looks pretty nice. So moving on to the front now, we've got a secondary colour race splitter. So I'm presuming you can change this with the secondary colour options of the car. So if we try that now, in fact, may as well do that now. Secondary colour, normal. Can we change it? Well, actually, we can change the brake caliper colour. Wow, that's nice. Never knew that. So you can change the brake calipers to whatever colour you want. Although I think I want mine to be yellow. Glad I looked at that. But back to the modifications. What else have we got here? I was modifying the front bumper, wasn't I? So we've got a carbon race splitter. Have a look at that. Which just is more in fitting with the GT wing, I suppose. It's like the GT kit of the car. Looks pretty nice. And we've got, again, the towing hook thingy where you can tow the car from. Very important. Rear bumper, we've got the primary colour diffuser. Again, is this... yeah, it doesn't look like it's actually taking the primary colour of the car. So that's a bit misleading. What about the secondary colour? The secondary colour one is the same colour of the car. So that's working. It's pretty nice. So that one works. Let's just keep it at that. So here we've got the shark fin side skirts. So we've got Techno Gym, a label above the shark fin. Not really a fan of that, actually. If it didn't have the label, I think I'd be fine with it, but that's just off-putting, so leave that off. But let's move on to the different exhausts now, so let's have a look at this menu. So we've got the oval exhaust. I was expecting like a huge oval exhaust. That definitely is not an oval exhaust. That's just two separate exhaust pipes. We've got a race exhaust. Let's take a look at that. So it's just the same as the oval exhaust, but a little bit darker in colour. Looks pretty nice. And finally we've got the chrome tip exhaust, which are chrome tipped exhausts. Not surprising really. And the stock exhaust is just the massive one. Personally, I think the stock exhaust is the best looking one. So I think I'm going to keep that one. Moving on to the bonnet options, which I'm presuming again is at the back. We've got a vented hood. Oh no, actually, this is actually the bonnet. So it just adds 4 little dots. Okay then. And a double vented hood. That looks terrible. What the hell is going on there? Let's just stick with the stock bonnet, I think. That was definitely not working. And that's pretty much it for the customization options. So we've just got like a GT kit on right now, apart from the shark fin side skirts. And it doesn't look that bad, really. I quite like that. It's just like makes the car look a little bit more aggressive. Got some extra like splitter, like pieces of carbon fibre fins on the front. And that massive GT wing. And as long as that GT wing doesn't interfere with the automatic spoiler, I think I'm going to keep that. But again, let's just take this car for a quick little drive and see what we've got going on here. Let's just first establish whether the rear wing works, which it does. But that looks really bad. It's clipping through the spoiler and now I'm driving up a bank. But look at that. That's actually pretty bad. I think I'm going to remove that rear spoiler so we can actually see the automatic wing coming up. So, spoiler, remove that thing. Yeah, that's a lot better. Sadly, I had to remove that, but now it looks a lot better. And wow, this car has way too much power right now. Can't get the power down effectively. Just spins out all the time. But look at that wing. Again, it's got the air brake mode. The only car that doesn't have that air brake mode was the 918. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Side profile view again. Oh, that's so graceful when it comes up as well. Oh, very nice. Wow, okay. Maybe I was getting too into that spoiler right there. But yeah, it drives pretty well. I mean, I have got the power multiplier on, so it's going a lot quicker than it would normally. Normally, I think it'd be capped out about 125 miles an hour, but right now we can go really quick. I mean, look at this. Endless speed. I really wish these car mods had custom handling metadata files. Because it's really disappointing when you install the car mod and you have to like customize the data yourself to get it to actually go a realistic speed. Otherwise it's just limited to 120 miles an hour and it's nothing special. And it's just really annoying. So you have to like apply a power multiplier in game, which gives you a really weird acceleration curve and it's not the best. Not very realistic at all. So maybe in the future we might get like distributed handling files with the mods. That would be a great improvement, I think. And wow, took way too much speed into that corner. Let's just take a little quick look at the interior view. And look at that, we've got a digital dashboard. Even the revs are showing correctly. And whoa, almost lost control of the car there, but look at that. Being displayed in miles per hour, and we've got the revs showing. Oh, that is great. I was not expecting that much detail inside. That's awesome. So we've got 3 different kinds of like displays in each of the 3 cars. I mean, the Ferrari one doesn't work. The LaFerrari one doesn't work at all. But the 918 one has the classic dial style. Nice rhyme. And this one has a digital dashboard, very much so. And we've even got DRS and whatever iPass is. But that's just really nice. Nice little touch that it fully works. But yeah guys, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you for this mod showcase. I've shown you 3 awesome hypercar mods, the Holy Trinity. But thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you next mod showcase.